Look at this guy. CP liar. Potato. Let us see Abdullah. Tricks of Christians, missionaries, misquoting Islam. This guy, he is sending me a video. Tricks. Okay. Hi Abdul, how are you?
How are you, Abdul? How's everything?
Is your sheikh there?
Yeah, my shake. I'm shake right now.
This is a sheikh with me?
Yeah, milkshake.
I'm talking serious now. Are you Sheikh Abdul or not?
Yes, I'm milkshake.
You're what?
Milkshake.
I'm not joking with you. I'm not, you want me to hang up on you?
It's me. It's not the shake.
Okay, so I'm asking you, just answer like a man. Don't be silly. So now, what do you want? You send me a link of Christian misquoting the Quran. Is that correct?
Yeah. You see it. Show it to all the Christians so
okay.
they can see
Is that a video?
Yes, a video.
I can't play a video. Sorry, they will play copyright over it. So what? Tell me about this. Give me an example. How the Christian misquote?
When you watch it, you're gonna see it.
No, you have to tell me. I cannot watch it here. I cannot play it. So you have to tell us now. Tell us what. I'm giving you a chance to tell people how people they misquote the Quran.
Okay, give me some time. When you finish it, let me know.
What finish? Let me know.
So when you you're asking questions.
Give me an example. Give me an example. Go ahead.
Okay. So what you do is, right. So as we Muslims, right, we have Quran and Hadith, right? So Quran is the only divine revelation from God. Okay.
That's not true.
So see, you're not letting me talk now.
Yeah. You never heard of something called Hadith Qudsi?
You wanna let me speak, or
you do not know what I'm talking about? Anyway, continue. Go ahead.
Okay. So Hadith, as everyone knows, all the Muslims, and we know that Hadith, they were written in books 300 years later after the demise of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? And Quran, it was written by the Sahaba radhiyallahu anhum. It was saved with them. So Hadith, they were memorized by most of the Sahaba, right? Most of the companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the way Quran came, it was written at that time, compiled together, because as you know, in one of the battles, 70 of the Hufaz, the people who memorized Quran, they died. So Abu Bakr radhiyallahu anhu, may Allah be pleased with him, he said to the Sahabas that we have to compile the Quran at that time, right? So they got together and they compiled the Quran together at that time. So Hadith they didn't compile the Hadith at that time. So Hadith, with the Hadith, Imam Bukhari, he goes with the Hadith like, if that person that he's getting Hadith from, there's 300 years between them, okay? Between the Sahabas and the companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and in the time that he's meeting them now. So as he meeting all those people at that time, so when he's getting the Hadith from them, so Imam Bukhari, this guy, so what he does is that he wants the people to he's not going to take Hadith from that person who just says, no, I heard Hadith from so and so, he quoted it from so and so, right? He gave me this Hadith from so and so. He will get the Hadith from that person that he met that person on that day, okay? So
he will get the Hadith from that person who met that person in that day. But Bukhari, he came
like that person, like who those two people who shook the hands, like they saw each other and they shook their hands.
Al-Bukhari, he wasn't there, was he?
He was not there.
So
but
how he can be sure? How he can be sure? How he can be sure that this Hadith is reported from what people says? I can say I heard this from my father, and my father heard it from his father, etc. But there's no proof. If one of us is a liar, the rest of the story is a lie.
So how is that a lie?
Secondly, your Quran you have today, you don't have the book of Sahaba. This is a big fat lie. You Muslims have zero book. It's called Book of Sahaba. You have recitation of a guy you claim. Hold on. You claim.
Have you read Hayat al-Sahaba?
Yes, I did read it. There's no book. It's called the Book of Sahaba. This is a big fat lie. Where we can find? Okay, where we can find the oldest Quran, please? Can you show me?
The oldest Quran. That's what you have in front of you.
No, this is the recitation of Hafs.
Recitation of Hafs.
Yes. Do you want to show your proof?
Okay,
Do you
so
have
the
do you have the
Quran,
do you,
maybe
do you have
maybe you
do,
heard that
do you
there was
have the
copies of
do you
Quran that
have the
was sent.
Quran in Arabic in front of you?
Okay.
Do you have the Quran in Arabic in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go to page A.
Page 8 on the Quran.
Page A.
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 8 or A.
A as apple.
There's no A page over
I
here.
don't know what kind of Quran you have, but anyway, here we go. This is the page A. Look with me in the screen.
Look with you on the screen. Okay. Yes.
رواية هذا المصحف, and you speak Arabic, so you have no excuse, correct?
I'm so proud about you, Prophet. I'm so proud about you.
Mute YouTube, please.
So now, what do you want? You sent me a link of Christian.
Mute YouTube. All right.
Let me see. I'm getting a. Okay, this is Riwaya Hadha al-Mus'haf.
Did you mute YouTube?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay. Do you see it says كتب هذا المصحف رواية هذا المصحف ومصطلحات رسمه كتب هذا المصحف الكريم. This is not Quran, this is a mushaf. This is number one. It is just pages according to, let's see what according to mean. Read with me carefully, please. According to وضبط على ما يوافق رواية حفص. Do you see it?
Yes, I see it. Yeah,
okay. بن سليمان ابن المغيرة الأسدي الكوفي لقراءة عاصم. Okay, so why you are saying to me that you have the book of the Sahaba? You have recitation of Asim, recitation of Hafs, and Hafs was exist more than 250 years after Muhammad.
So you are saying that the Quran was not preserved? That's
I am not saying it. It says that in front of you. This is according to recitation, not a book. You don't have a book of even Hafs, which came more than 200 years after Muhammad. You don't have his book. And guess what? Do you know who's Hafs?
Okay, say what
do you know who's Hafs? Hafs accused by Muslim to be a thief and a fraud. Do you know that?
Go ahead.
You can go right now, type in Google. Hafs was a fraud. Hafs was a thief. Hafs was a liar. The hadith of Hafs is rejected. Why? Because he's a liar. So how a guy who is accused to be a thief by Muslims, not by me, a guy who create hadith, يضع الحديث, a guy who fabricate hadith, how a guy like this you can carry the Quran from him? And not only that, guess what? He himself, he learned the Quran from who? From Asim. Do you know who's Asim?
Go ahead.
I guess you have no idea. Asim is his stepfather. The stepfather of Hafs is the same as Hafs. Both of them, they are a scam and accused by Muslims, all scholars, that they are scammers. So you don't have a Quran, you have a Hafs, a scammer book. Actually, even him himself, he don't have his book. You say that this is according recitation of Hafs, the same al-Bukhari. There's no book al-Bukhari. Until now, Muslims don't have a book of al-Bukhari. Do you know that?
We don't have the book of al-Bukhari?
No, you don't. The book of al-Bukhari, you have books claiming that this is a copy of the copy of the copy of the Bukhari, but nobody have al-Bukhari and nobody have Sahih Muslim. Nobody. So your Quran is based in a thief, based on a fraud. He and his father, who came more than 200 years after Muhammad. So how you say to me the Quran was carried by blah blah blah? He said the preserved. What preserved?
The Quran was written by Uthman. Okay.
My friend, where is Uthman? Here we go. Look how many names. Look how many. Look, my friend. Do you have? Okay, you just said written by Uthman. Do you have the book of Uthman?
This is the book of the Uthman Quran.
No, it says in the front of you. You read Arabic. You claim you read Arabic, right? Riwayah too. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see Riwayah.
Okay, so if you have Riwayah to Hafs, you don't. If you have Uthman, listen.
This is not the only page that you will judge the whole Quran.
This is the whole Quran. This is the beginning of the Quran. They are telling you this is according to who. So from the beginning it says this is according to the Riwayah, not according to Uthman. If you have the book of Uthman, you do not need Hafs. Listen. If you have the book of Uthman, who need Hafs? Nobody. Correct?
Okay, go.
Do you understand me?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, if you have the original, let us say you have my book Christian Prince, then you do not need to say that somebody this is according to Christian Prince. We have the book of Christian Prince. Who need the according to? Nobody. But because you don't have any of those books, then you have to go by according to, and this is why we see here according to Hafs ibn Sulaiman ibn Mughira, according to Asim, according Ibn Abdul Rahman of Abdullah, according to etc., according to the Prophet. So all this according, starting from who? From Hafs, and Hafs is a fraud.
Hafs is not a fraud.
Okay.
The thing is,
okay, in the front. Okay, hold on. In the front, in the front of everybody. Okay, my friend. Listen. If I show you your Muslim website saying that Hafs is a fraud, what you would do?
Don't you? Listen. I don't follow Muslim websites online.
No. Muslim scholars. Muslim scholars.
Muslim websites or Muslim scholars. Okay, which scholars are you talking about right now?
Scholars, all kind of names. What do you want? Who care? I mean, what kind of scholars? Who care?
Okay, bring Mufti Muhammad Shafi.
Who this guy Mufti Shafi? We are talking about scholars. What Shafi? Say hi to Shafi. How Shafi is doing? Read with me. All those are real scholars, not Shafiq, not Shafiq. قال عبد الرحمن بن أبي حاتم عن عبد الله عن متروك الحديث، وقال عمر عن محمد بن شعيب الصابوني عن حنبل بن إسحاق عن أحمد بن حنبل قال عثمان etc. عن حنبل بن إسحاق عن أحمد بن حنبل. They are quoting for you all those kind of names, and they are saying what? That his hadith is matruk. Read carefully with me, and then he says قال أبو قدامة وعثمان بن سعيد الدرمي عن يحيى بن معين ليس بالثقة, is not trustworthy. وقال علي ابن المديني ضعيف الحديث وتركته على عمد. He is a person who, we cannot trust him. Then he continue وقد فرغ منه الدهر, he is a liar. وقال البخاري تركوه, all hadith is matruk, that's it, we throw it. وقال مسلم متروك صحيح مسلم. وقال النسائي ليس بثقة, النسائي he said is not trustworthy. And then he says وقال في موضع آخر متروك. وقال صالح بن محمد البغدادي لا يكتب حديثه وأحاديثه كلها مناكير, all of it is a lie, all of it. And then let us continue. Let us quote more. Hold on, we are not done. Okay, here we go. وقال أبو أحمد بن عدي عن الساجي عن أحمد بن محمد البغدادي عن يحيى بن معين كان حفص بن سليمان وأبو بكر بن عياش من أعلم الناس بقراءة عاصم وكان etc. وكان كذابا. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it, yeah.
Okay, so you Muslim saying he's a liar, he's a fraud, and let me show you more. This not only, we are not done. I just searched in Google, just like a random search, and we got there's tons of reference speaking about how stupid this man is. Read with me. Look at this reference. This is from Al-Bukhari التاريخ الكبير, variant number 2. Al-Bukhari التاريخ الصغير, variant number 2, page number 233. سكتوا عنه ومنكر الحديث. Read with me carefully. This is Al-Bukhari الضعفاء الصغير, رقم الصفحة 35. This is your Muslim website, not my website. I'm just reading what they have there. حفص بن سليمان بن الأسد أبو عمر عن علقمة عن وقال أحمد بن حنبل. You know who's that, right? This is not a joke.
Yeah.
Okay. He said قال يحيى أخبرني شعبة قال أخذ مني حفص بن سليمان كتابا فلم يرده. قال وكان يأخذ الكتب الناس فينسخها. He is a thief. He copied the books of people and he write it and he says this is my book.
The thing is,
listen. Al-Albani ضعيف سنن الترمذي. He says, read carefully, and ضعيف جدا. All of what he says, he is a he says ويضعف الحديث. Al-Albani, all of those references in front of you. So سمعت أبي يقول حفص بن سليمان يعني أبو عمر القارئ متروك الحديث. His hadith is thrown in the garbage. Why? Because he's a liar. Read, continue. All of this is your Islamic website, Islamic reference. So you are taking the Quran from a thief, literally accused to be a thief. So
we're not taking it from him. We took it from Uthman.
My friend, okay. We are talking about no, we are talking about the Quran you have today. You have it from Hafs.
The Quran that we have today is from Uthman.
No, you don't have the book of Uthman. You have what Hafs recite to you.
Not Hafs recited to us. It's Muslim recited to the Sahaba and the Sahaba.
You have the book now. You have no. This is according. I showed you the image. This is according to the recitation of Hafs, and not only that, not only Hafs is a thief, even Asim.
You know Hajjaj bin Yusuf, right?
Come on, just go.